The Big Voice, KWTN, 100.9 FM, Nebraska, the official radio station of the Winnebago Tribe.
KWTN 100.9 FM. Welcome everybody to a beautiful Tuesday here. We are live at the Big Voice Studios. And today is a very special day because we're doing a very special live. As you know, yesterday was a salute to all the veterans that are present and the veterans of the past. And yesterday, throughout the lands of America, we celebrated Veterans Day. So we want to kind of recap that as this show is a special edition. This week also is Rock Your Mocks, and we have that event that's going to be happening on Friday. But there's some scheduled events that are also taking place. I believe today is Wear Your Braids and Beads. Tomorrow is Wajay and Ribbon Shirts. And then Friday is Rock Your Moccasins, and it's a whole movement that we wanted to discuss. So I'd like to welcome in none other. This is very cool, guys. If you have an opportunity, I want you to do me a favor. If you see this young gal on live stream or anywhere, wish her a happy birthday because it is DJ Bethany's birthday. Wow. Happy birthday. How you feeling?
Thank you. Oh, I feel young and spry. No, just kidding.
Any big plans?
Not necessarily, just grateful.
We did a whole episode for you.
I know. I thought it was really neat. Just want to add real quick. We went live on your birthday, and it's like we wanted to make it a birthday tradition.
Well, happy birthday, man.
Thank
the big
you.
screen graphic up yet? Or we have to kind of surprise you on that one and stuff. I know that a lot of times, we're not designing them ourselves and everything too, but we'll have to make sure that happens. But happy birthday, DJ Bethany. And she's the Win editor. We had an issue come out last Saturday, and we're going to be discussing some of the things and stuff too. So, again, DJ Bethany's birthday. How cool is that? So, we want to talk about a few things. One is that we have a special day today. Can you let the viewers and the folks know we're doing a special promotion in conjunction with Ho Chunk Renaissance? Tell them a little bit more about what today is.
Yeah, so today we have Wear Your Braids or Show Off Your Beadwork. So the longest braids contest happening here during Winnebago Talks and as well as throughout the day. Participants who stop by the studio will receive a $25 gas card while supplies last.
Oh, wow.
Just excited.
Just for wearing an extension of you, huh?
Yeah.
And then we also, we have a couple here that is helping us on out. So we're going to talk to them. We're going to get an opportunity to see these braids and then also get a little discussion about why it's important and everything too. So appreciate them coming in. So when that time comes, but MCBKC's in the house. How you doing?
Good morning, everyone. How are you?
Doing good. We just kind of wished our tribute there to DJ Bethany's birthday here today.
Yeah, I saw that. Nice.
National DJ Bethany Day. And
all across the Ho Chunk Nation, yes.
Oh, so not only do we have braids and beads today, but we are going to do the answer is trivia.
Yes.
And it was 4-4 last time.
Yes, it was a tie score last time around, yes.
We're going to do the knee slapper, the joke of the day. And then we have the rant coming up. Holidays. Just give you that topic of the holiday rant coming up. All right. So that's today's schedule. So,
yes, indeed.
And you have some updates?
Yeah, we do. The Physical Resources Department held its most recent version of the outreach effort that we're doing. We were down at the Senior Citizens Department at their building at 9 a.m. earlier this morning. There were many tribal members, seniors, elders within the community that were able to ask questions of the department in the various forms of services and items that we do provide to the people. That will not be the last time that we are there, so if you weren't able to come down this morning, do not fret, do not fear. We will be back again, probably closer to the holiday, if not in the new year, because we always go based on the timing of the department itself, but Senior Citizens Outreach happened this morning at 9 a.m., so we will let you know when we go back.
Yeah.
The other thing that we wanted to put out there is also people have been asking. The new EMS fire building will be opening quite soon. We have not yet nailed down the date. Tentatively, and I say this very boldly, tentatively, we're looking at the 18th. But unless we get something different or something changes in that, the date is still up in the air. But right now they should do like a blessing, ribbon cutting, all that kind of thing. There still are some very minor details that need to be shored up, but the building itself is substantially ready to go. So be on the lookout for that.
And you guys are going to be working on the storytellers, kind of some of the history, and kind of pay homage to some of the past of the volunteer firefighters. I'm very interested in reading that and stuff. So that's going to be upcoming in the Winnebago Indian News issues
Yes,
as we
indeed.
get a new building. So that's awesome. That's amazing, guys.
Yes.
Alrighty, updates there, DJ Bethany.
So we are going to be getting ready for our next Win issue, but we do have one that came out this past Saturday on November 8th. And so you can also find that on some different racks throughout the community. And then if you ever wanted to reach out and find out how you can be added to the subscription list, you can email us at winnebagoindiannews@winnebagotribe.com.
Alrighty, did you guys, one of the things I want to PSA, and you're probably going to be tired of me saying this all the time, but you know what it's going to be, right? It's about the surveys.
Oh,
the
yes.
enrollment surveys. We are on a goal to get 1,700 completed surveys done, and we haven't hit 1,000 yet. Surprise, surprise, but the main thing is we're trying and stuff. So if you have a QR code, enrollment, talk to them and stuff, but we would like to get your opinions and have your survey filled out. If you're a Winnebago eligible voter and a tribal member, make sure you fill that out so that they'll take that data and they'll interpret it, and we'll kind of go, this is like, ask not what the tribe does for you, but what you could do for the tribe. This is one of those instances, is that we need every individual to come to a consensus on what they want to do about enrollment. So that survey's out there. We'll display the QR code here momentarily and stuff, but surveys, once again, it's all over the place. Big screen, enrollment knows about it, the committee knows about it, and I'm going to be asking everybody, make sure you fill out that survey and stuff. So a daunting task nonetheless, but this is an instance where we're going to reach out to you folks to help us spread the word and let everybody know to make sure they fill out that enrollment survey. Your voice, your identity, your future is kind of the theme of that survey, and it's very important. So this is, I think it has a deadline.
It does. It's December 5th.
Okay. So
And
A hard
remind them
deadline.
how they can get it.
So there is a QR code that you can scan. Also, you can go to the Winnebago Tribe's website. You'll see a banner up top. You can go and click that. It'll take you directly to that survey.
nice. Thank you very
Yes,
much.
all tribal members need to fill this out regardless of where you live. This is not just for reservation only, like how it is, with the council voting, etc. If you are a tribal member, no matter where you live, please scan the code, go to the tribe's website, and fill this information out, because it is being used to determine a lot of the, planning that is going to be happening regarding what enrollment does. So this is your chance to give your voice. So please tell your family members, all the tribal members, no matter where you live, to fill this out.
Alrighty. Well, thank you for that. And then, Brian, anything else that as we get into our next section?
No, I'll let you guys get into the show.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
And so he'll be back, Physical Resources Director, as well as WIN contributor. That helps us on out, does some consulting work. We'd like to invite our guests up here. Come on over, the family that came on over. There's 3 spots here, and I know that we kind of caught them on the whim and stuff, but we're going to utilize these guys to kind of exemplify of what today means when you're talking about braids. So go ahead and put the headphones on. This is probably the first time here on the show, and I'll turn up your microphones, and we'd like to say hello and get some introductions to this beautiful family here. So go ahead and we'll start on over here and give us your introduction. Say hello just so I can check the microphone. And if you want to, yeah, go ahead.
Hello, my name is Sabrina Vink, and I'm the boys' mom.
All right, Sabrina in the house. And then we also have,
My name is Varian Vink.
all right, there you go. One more time, give us your name again, Vadian.
Varian Vink,
And you are in what grade?
8th grade.
All right, and then we also have
Arion.
Adian, and you are a sophomore at Winnebago Public School. Okay, so the unveiling, you guys got some nice, beautiful sweaters on and stuff, but I think somewhere along the lines and stuff, you guys got some braids, right? Is it possible? I don't know if we have a shot of them and
Yep.
stuff like that, but can we check out these braids here? All right. Oh my goodness, check that out right there, man. That is a nice braid. All right, and then he has braids and stuff. So, as you know, and we were kind of making mention this before we went on air and stuff, Bree, and I know it's a hassle and everything, but braids are so important for us, you know.
Yes.
And you made mention that these guys are like, hey, I'm tired of getting up the extra 10 minutes earlier and stuff. Can I cut my hair? But you kind of made a promise to them. What was that promise?
One of the things since they've been in St. Augustine school, they always ask them what they want to be when they grow up. And I feel like they want to be like their dad. Their dad is a veteran also. He served in the Dutch Army in the Netherlands. And so that's one of their goals, is to be, in some service type down the road after they graduate. So I mentioned to them that, wearing your hair for your ancestors, that's a good thing. And, getting into powwow and dancing, because they did when they were younger, not so much now. But they still wear their hair long, and, I get up every morning to, brush that hair and comb it out and braid it. But the agreement with my boys is that they can cut that hair when they decide they go into the service. Or,
Nice.
when they decide to leave home.
Yeah.
Then they can do what they want
Right.
with their hair. But everybody just loves it. Their whole family, community members, they're always, giving them compliments. But it's outside the community where they, don't get maybe those compliments that they're used to,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is cool, man. I mean, you guys are handsome young gentlemen, and you guys are going to school here at the Winnebago Public School in St. Augustine's, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that is awesome. And I think that you guys got beautiful hair. That's something that we want to pay homage to. Is we go back to the boarding school era where they would strip us down of our identity, and that was a main thing, is that they would cut the hair off, and that was just like, oh man, that was a really kind of traumatic experience and stuff. So there's a whole movement going forward, and I appreciate you guys coming in, taking time away from your studies to show us your braids. What we want to do is that Ho Chunk Renaissance is going to have a contest. We need to get a picture of you guys and take your braids, and then I think they're going to, do something there, and then
Yep.
there's a little gift card or something mentioned to that. But I just wanted to kind of get to know you guys here, and what are your interests and stuff. As DJ Bethany celebrating her birthday today. I'm over, I don't know, Bree, 44. What's over the hill? Is that 50? So I'm
I'm
kinda,
getting older too, so I don't know
I'm
anymore.
kind of climbing up that hill and stuff. I want to say I'm over the hill yet and stuff, but you guys are just starting out. What is it like to be a student with braids these days?
I don't know.
You don't know? I mean, you guys absolutely just kind of, is it, do you guys know how to braid your own hair?
No.
No.
No? Oh, okay, all right. So I remember when I was, especially in football. You guys play football?
No.
No. What's your guys' interest?
Esports.
Esports.
I did track or
Cross country.
Cross country and esports, man. There you go.
And I like to do cross country and track.
All right. You guys like music?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so help me out here. Like I said, this is my very important point, is that we got a radio station here. So hopefully we're talking to some future DJs with some braids and stuff. After you get out of the Army, come back and help us on out. We need IT. We need all that. We've got multimedia coordinators and coordination. But who is your favorite artist? Who do you like to listen to?
Just whatever. Doesn't really matter.
Yeah. I would listen to anybody.
All right. And then, do you like your mom's music? What does she listen to?
I do not like it.
I do not like it. What do you listen
Hey,
to?
I love Alicia Keys. She's one of my favorite.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's such a wide spectrum. Back in the days, we were force-fed on the radio because we didn't have the options. We didn't have YouTube. We didn't have Spotify. We didn't have Apple
Music.
Yeah. And so I'm glad that a lot of people have a diversity of music and stuff. Do you guys like any of the powwow music? You got a favorite drum group or anything like that? Because you guys used to dance.
I listen to it a lot.
Who's that?
I listen to it a lot.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you like the That's awesome, man. There's some good music that we produce, and I know that you do like what do they call it? The native.
I do an Indigenous Artist Spotlight.
Is there anybody that they might consider?
One that I know, the Anton X, Anton Mitchell.
Uh-huh.
Or, not Mitchell, just what's his last name? I cannot think of his last name.
But he has some good music and stuff. Yeah,
he made a song recently with a hip hop artist. I think they call him Shorty Shorty, but he's like starting to really get blown up and hit mainstream a little.
That's
so.
awesome. Cool, man. So maybe consider listening to that guy, see what he's about and
His
stuff,
last
you know. But nonetheless, we had the Ho Chunk Renaissance director come in, and I think Myso's going to be coming over and stuff. She's the communication or coordinator. She helps out Ho Chunk Renaissance coordinator and stuff. It's kind of something they're going to be doing and stuff. But I want to make sure that they get a picture of you guys. Is there any shout outs or anything like that there? I mean, Mom, do they have like a girlfriend, you know, or anything like that? Or is there somebody? No, okay, better not. If you better, I'll give you guys a hint. You better shout out your mom for helping you out with the hair. But is there any shout outs that you want to give a teacher that might be listening or anything like that? Friends?
No.
No?
Shout out to my dad and my mom.
There you go, man. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Good job, man. I appreciate you guys taking the time in. If there's anything, again, I grew up with some braids myself and stuff. So if you guys want to have a conversation, bring them by. And, you know, there's you know, there might be times and stuff you're like, I just want to get rid of this, or, you know, hopefully teasing's not happening and stuff, you know, but it was prevalent back in my days and stuff. And I think we're doing a better job because of things like this. And I want to say that I'm proud of you boys. You guys are doing awesome. You guys, your braids are beautiful. Keep rocking them as much as possible. Hopefully we get to see you out there dancing. I know that you said that they used to dance when they're younger. Get back in that circle, guys, whether it be singing, dancing, or anything like that. And your mom does a wonderful job, man. So thank you for taking the time. It's very important that we got a exclusive interview with the young voices that we have here coming up, man. So Audubon and I want to say the Audubon, right?
Audion and
Audion. Yeah.
Audion and Vaudion.
Yeah, man. Thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate you guys.
All right.
Have a good day.
Thank
too.
you.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
So Lewis, I don't know if we want to get some pictures. Yeah, they're gonna go. Yep. Appreciate you guys. And
Thank you.
awesome, man. And check out their hair as they head out the door here, man. So a whole movement. Jeez, man. What was his name? Audubon?
Audubon and
Yeah, Vadavon.
yeah.
Yeah, man. You got some nice thick hair and stuff. I'm like I talk about kind of climbing up that hill and stuff,
Yeah.
and I noticed that I don't know if it's hard water or something like that, but my braid is still rocking, but it's not as yours. Check out your. What do you use? Berries and.
It's trial and error, man. I know what you're meaning because last night I was just talking to my brother and my sister-in-law. We were talking about that because I've been using this stuff that I found on TikTok. It's like this onion shampoo.
Really?
But it has all kinds of different ingredients and benefits and stuff. And
Yeah.
so I noticed that a lot of like my baby hair has been popping. So it's helping with hair growth, definitely. But that's one thing that I was worried about is shedding and, you know, you get
Yeah.
older and stuff like that. So
Right.
yeah, just
I'm in that boat, man. If
throw
you
that
know,
shampoo your way.
yeah, for sure, man. Onion shampoo. I'm willing to try some stuff. You know what I mean? But
Yes.
I made that mention too. Is like I kind of wanted to have a cool hairstyle back in the day, but my mom sat me down and talked to. I don't know if you ever had
Yeah,
that discussion
definitely.
and stuff, you know. But that's today is rock your braids and beads and stuff. So do you have any beadwork?
I do. I got some right here, and I wish that I knew who made it. I was gifted this by my mom, so shout out to Mama Red.
Nice. For your birthday?
I've had them for a few years. Just hardly ever wear them, but yeah, I wanted to participate in today's activities.
Yeah, so DJ Blue, also Ho Chunk Renaissance director Louis St. Cyr is in the studio, and kind of tell us a little bit more about today's activities.
Yeah, so first of all, I apologize for being a little late. We did have our outreach coordinator, Mysol, that was going to take care of today's festivities, but she had a family emergency, so we're kind of, so I thought I'd fill in until she kind of gets here. So she's on her way. But
Okay.
anyways, today is, we're honoring this whole week, actually, is going to be honoring a lot of, reflecting back to a lot of our cultural heritage, cultural identity. focusing more on the Rock Your Mocks initiative. And so that's usually on November 15th. However, we're going to honor it on the 14th this year because it's on a Saturday.
Yeah.
So today we're talking about more of the beadwork and more of the braids. And so we're going to focus more on that and highlight a lot of that with a lot of the individuals in our tribal nations or any other tribal nations that maybe want to rock their braids today, and their beadwork. So beadwork is also has a lot of stories, has a lot of reflection of their their heritage, or maybe even tells us, like I said, a story in that, or even sometimes it comes to people in a dream, or just kind of maybe something they see maybe out in real life, and they put it in their artwork. So with that, the beadwork, rocking it, you can rock your earrings, you can rock your necklaces, your medallions. You can wear whatever you want today with beadwork.
Yeah.
But again, talking about the braids, and there's been some people that have some very long braids,
Right.
man. Did you see that?
Yeah.
So
And you get a little incentive too, right?
yeah, so we wanted just to I guess add a little incentive to it. I mean, I think it's I think it's very, very good that we today get the get the expression that we get to do that today, through our history and a lot of our, things that we've been through as a people, that today we still get to floss a lot of our identity like that. So, but just to add a little incentive to that, and just, and we're providing just a little gas card for that. So that's something that we're doing for today.
There was a mention that there's an actual hashtag.
Yes.
Do you know about that?
Hashtag WTN Rock Your Mocks.
And it's one C, right? Rock Your Mocks or
Believe
something
so.
like that. Or we kind of had a discussion on that in the email. I know Gayla, she helped us out and she put a video together, and very nicely done. She does some good work, and there's a flyer out and it has the details and stuff. It's a blue flyer. Did you see it? I think we posted it on the Big Voice, and just kind of go down there. I just want to make sure that everybody knows about the hashtag. Yeah, there it is. WTN Rock Your Mocks. All right, so share photos with hashtag WTN Rock Your Mocks on social media, and then that will help us kind of get this whole movement. This is what the Winnebago tribe's doing, and some of the members and stuff. So today, wear your braids and show it off your beadwork. Longest braid contest on Winnebago Talks. Participants who stop by will receive a 25 gas card while supplies last. Love it. How do you say that? I think we even did some of the language.
Yes.
Oh, Naju,
Uh-huh.
Naju.
Naju?
yep. Haki Shu,
Haki.
or Haki Shu. Sorry.
Haki Shu.
Yeah. I have to look at it. Sorry.
Uh-huh.
Then one up E. You want to say
One-up
that?
One up E.
Hiki Shere.
Hiki Shere.
Hikishide.
Oh, one up E. Hiki Shere.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
One
that's
up
beadwork.
E. Hiki Shere.
Yep. So it's kind of more of a one-up E is like a necklace, but
Uh-huh.
it's something that it's just a lot of beadwork is kind of more necklaces. So it's really hard to explain beadwork. So that's just kind of another way that we explain it in the languages resembles beadwork there. So
Man, it is just powerful just to say that. That is, this was part of the movement to be on the radio around this area and to say that language and to talk about braids and this movement and stuff. Something that, a lot of you go through the boarding school, historical trauma, and that they wouldn't allow this to basically happen. We weren't able to practice our culture, and they try to strip us of our identity. Just to say that in Ho Chunk over the radio station on the Big Voice in 2025, this is historical, basically. So thank you for doing that. It means a lot to us as the radio station, the tribe, and I know your program does a lot of great work over there for the language itself. As we trying to reverse some of those things of they're no more language, and now you guys are on a mission to make sure that it's strengthened, it survives, and then it's out there for us to hear and stuff. So one more time. You remember how to say your necklace?
It's gonna be one up E. Hiki Shere.
Yeah. Awesome job. Awesome job. Okay. So with that being said, tomorrow, let's talk about tomorrow. Tomorrow is ribbon shirt.
ribbon shirt and your wajay.
Okay. And then can we use that same hashtag, WTN Rock Your Mocks, just for your beadwork and then all this and that?
Yeah, I think so. So wonaji is your shirt and waje is a dress.
Okay.
So a waje, I mean, traditionally our Ho-Chunk women wore their traditional dresses, but today that, we have a lot more creativity. We have a lot more different kind of, I guess, how would you say it? The ribbon skirts, they come in more popular, I guess.
Yeah.
But they probably stem from something or another culture there. But so you see a lot more of those ribbon skirts, and so waje, any kind of dress that you would maybe want to wear, your traditional dress or even your your ribbon skirt. Your your wonaji, you could wear a ribbon shirt, it could be an applique shirt, however, something that again flosses your cultural identity, cultural pride there. So again, hashtag WTN Rock Your Mocks. So
And then we count it down to Friday, and hopefully everybody rocks their mocks and stuff. I gotta tell you guys something. When I wear like Nike shoes, and they're comfortable, right? But when you're wearing moccasins, to me, it feels like I'm connected to the earth. Does that make sense? Because it's like I'm more like grounded and almost like free and stuff. Sometimes those shoes can kind of compress on my feet or whatever, or the arch or whatever. But when you're wearing your moccasins, it's like a feeling like no other. Then when you're able to dance in them, that is really cool, because the grass, you feel that, or just the ground itself. So I'm interested. I think I was talking to Robert Ironshaw, and he does these ones where he makes these soles, and they have this connection and stuff. So he's thinking that, the Nikes and that rubber and all that disconnect us from Mother Earth. But I wonder if that is. So when you're rocking your moccasins that day, not only do you get that feeling or that connection with Mother Earth, but you're also helping part of that movement of the pride, the cultural pride, wearing whatever it may be, because these moccasins are not made at Target or Walmart and stuff. They're handmade. And when you do something by hand, there's a lot of love, there's a lot of thought, and a lot of talent and skill on these moccasins and stuff. So appreciate everybody, future in advance, that when you rock your mocks on Friday, know that we up here are very proud of you and doing a wonderful job and stuff too. So I don't know if you guys have anything to make mention about moccasins.
Well, I have to disagree with you. You can buy them at Walmart, because there's a thing called mini tonkas.
Oh,
No, I'm just kidding. But you could get those all kinds of different ways. But I just none of that. But hey, maybe if you want to rock those tomorrow, if you don't have a pair, that will work. You know what I mean?
so there's a brand out there that actually does moccasins.
Yeah, called mini tonkas.
Oh, okay.
Something like that. Maybe I'm getting it wrong, but I think it's something like that. But anyways, you can find them at different, usually different, what do you call it, cowboy stores or leather
Oh,
stores,
yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I mean? And that store in Sioux City was at RCC or
TSC or whatever. I know what you're talking about, that Western one.
Yeah, the Western store. You might
check that
find
out.
them there. So if you don't have a moccasins, I think I get some there for Friday.
Let's
But,
rock them. Let's
yeah.
rock them, man. For real.
But you think about moccasins, every tribe has its unique style of moccasin. There's over 500 different tribal nations, federally recognized by the United States today. And each tribe, has, your distinct style of moccasin, reflecting back to their environment, reflecting back to, again, their culture, even maybe even to clans, and maybe even to a lot of different other reasons why. But you look at each distinct moccasin, that's very different, and that's going back to, again, the tribal nation. So not every moccasin is made the same. There's plain styles of moccasins, there is woodland styles moccasins, even down into the Southwest style. So looking at that for a lot of our non-native listeners, that there's different distinct styles of moccasins that fit many different types of tribes today. So in the word in our whole chunk, our Winnebago language, how we say the word for moccasin is waguje.
Waguje.
Yeah, waguje. So you could reflect back to tennis shoes today, but I guess if you want to be more specific, it'll be chaha waguje, is leather moccasins, or the leather, footing. So chaha is like the hide or the leather.
Yeah.
So it's being more specific, but waguje, we also have wagujes on our Nikes, but that's our footwear, but waguje, so. Yep.
We got it, man. That's awesome. All right. Well, Louis, we appreciate you coming on over. As you know, I have some beadwork here. I do if there's an area we can show them, is that possible?
Let's see here. Right there.
Okay.
In front of you.
Can you hold that? I'll just kind of shout out to the one that has the honor and privilege of calling me son, and that is to my mother. She made that one.
That is awesome.
And has the kind of the tribal seal on that one. So when I'm out and kind of doing some things, she makes sure that I make sure I wear that one and stuff. That one right there is pretty interesting. It's some beadwork and stuff, but I got this one for my birthday, and it's very awesome. And it's some quill work as well, right? And you might have some history about that one. Can you explain that one there, Louis?
Actually, I made it. That's why. Is that what you're saying?
It's beautiful.
But you do some quill work too, huh?
Yeah, I make quill work.
See,
yeah.
I didn't get that lesson from our mom, and it's an art in itself.
Yes. Yeah, it is a long process, and then so that's why sometimes quill work, if you happen to try to purchase it, it's kind of expensive because there's a whole process, behind it. You have to pluck. You have to get the porcupine first. You have to chase that thing down. No, I'm just kidding. So, but historically, a long time ago, look at all these. Look at all these scars. No. Historically, what they do is they'd grab a blanket and tackle that. Porcupine, and then they pull that blanket off, and you have a lot of the quills, away without killing the porcupine.
Yeah.
But now maybe you find a porcupine on the side of the road or whatnot. But so there's a process through all that, is how to extract the quills, then going through the whole process to sort them to from the hair to the quills. Yeah, it's a long.
And then
process.
you have to dye them,
organize them. Yeah, and then eventually get ready to assemble them on there, which.
Yeah, I missed that lesson and stuff. Our mom didn't teach us, but we still have time to learn, right? Mm-hmm. And then this one right here is a gentleman. His name's Shaylin Joseph, and beautiful artist indeed. If you look at that work there, I don't know, you're probably not able to see it on the camera there, but I'm gonna pass that one around.
It's actually really beautiful.
Yeah,
you can see it really good.
Man, it is some phenomenal work there. I mean, the beads and stuff, the rosette style of beading and stuff is something that I have a hard time doing itself, but he really knocked it out of the park, even down to the lanyard portion and stuff. I was like, how did he do that? So it's this creativity and putting a combination, like you said, some of these designs, they come from your dreams, they come from the creator, whatever it may be and stuff, and they put it down into this beadwork. So every thought and stuff, they always told me that too. Don't bead while you're mad, because you have to make sure you have good thoughts and stuff, because every time you bead, there's just different things that so when you see some beadwork,
different teachings like that. And to add on to that, there's one thing that was shared with me by one of my coworkers, that she says that her sister, when she makes beadwork, she intentionally puts in one bead that's off color. And she says, because no beadwork is supposed to be perfect. The only one that's perfect is our creator. So it's kind of a reminder of that. I put that in the beadwork. So
that's a good point.
So if it's happened to be messed up, that's no one's perfect but the creator. So sometimes it doesn't come out right, but still, this is the way it's supposed to be. So
and there's lessons behind our mistakes. We learn from them so that we can correct them to go forward and stuff. Good. I like it. I like it. You do any beadwork there?
I have, and I just haven't done it in a long time. But I used to bead, and I have yet to get into making any of my own jewelry. But I was in the process of learning how to bead my own earrings. But it's just a craft that I need to pick back up.
And we are always going to say this until we get yanked from off the air, but we always want to make sure that we support native small businesses and stuff. Anything you do, as holiday season's coming around the corner, there's going to be some opportunities. I think the winter gathering's coming up, anything like that, just Facebook marketplace and stuff. But at the same time, I've been seeing a lot of people that they take the money and then they kind of leave them ghosted. I don't like reading those stories and stuff, but at the same time, that's probably 10%, if even that. If you have opportunity, support those native artists, those artisans, seamstress, beaders, quill workers, anything like that, because that really helps them, put food on their table.
one of the things I wanted to share, if I may, is that you look at some of the beadwork and going back historically for some of our listeners or non-native listeners that are where does beadwork actually come from, the actual beads. And during a time when we talked about quill work there, that was one of the arts that a lot of indigenous people was using what's around them with, for example, the porcupine quills. And using that into a lot of the, the regalia or whatever it may be. So eventually, as the Europeans came over, those were introduced to the native people and were often traded or often, used in that way. So that's how kind of eventually beads start coming into our society with introductions of that. So now we take great pride in that. Many indigenous tribes do. And so now that we incorporate in a lot of self-expression or maybe even, reflecting back to specific medallions that have maybe even their clans of a buffalo on there or whatever it may be. So just to kind of tell a little story of where the actual beads kind of come from, they weren't just always here.
Right.
Eventually they made their way slowly into that way, into our culture with maybe even the fur traders that came over, through Canada, came down to the Great Lakes area, and stuff like that. So that's kind of where a lot of the beadwork, and each tribe is different too, how maybe they were introduced to beads, but that was kind of one of the stories I wanted to share of how they came into our society with, so you still have the quill work and you still have the beads today, but just wanted to share that as well.
Yeah, it's good to learn about that history and kind of know where that comes from and where it's evolving. It's probably still evolving to this day as far as accessories. And I think I seen like at the Idle Jordan Museum and stuff, they had a beaded phone case, and that wasn't back in the days and stuff, but that's something that we're very resourceful, creative, and we always kind of make a way and stuff. If there's hardships put in front of us and stuff, we're like, hey, we either make fun of it or we'll tease about it or something like that, but we'll in the end we create some good stuff.
Yes, at the museum in Washington, D.C. one time I went there when I was in high school, and they actually had tennis shoes that were fully beaded.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah. So even things like that,
Yeah.
I was like, wow. I mean, these were, what did they call them? Chuck E.T. or what do they call them? What do they Chuck? Or
Chucks,
Chucks.
the canvas.
Yeah, those are all beaded. So I was
Wow.
like, dang. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's very interesting to see.
All right, well, with that, we'll let you get back to work and stuff. You still have time if you guys want to come on up here to Big Voice Radio. We are on the air. Today is braids, and if you come on up here and share your braids with us, you have an opportunity to get a gas card from Ho Chunk Renaissance to doing that, because we just want to keep supporting that. We want to take a look at our braids and, make mention that all braids are beautiful, because at one time they said no more braids, Geez, it's crazy. So let's talk about a few other things here as we go along. Is there anything else that you want to make mention?
No, I'm glad you kind of left it at that point, because I do have to get going. But if you're willing to take care of that, maybe if we can get some signatures as well, just that they were here. Well, we'll kind of know who they are, but on the radio. But anyways, if we can take care of that, and then again, we have some, gifts that we want to give to those that come up for the braids and such. So, but I do got to give a shout out to my staff over there. They're probably tuning in and all of that. So I got to give a shout out to the Renaissance staff. And then also, again, if anyone that needs any resources, language resources or cultural resources, to visit our website at www.hochunklanguage.com. So with that, I'll turn it back over to you guys.
All right.
Awesome. The Quince laughed at us. He said, haha, Chuck Taylor's, guys.
Yeah, my bad.
I was going to say, Converses. Pulled it up.
All right. He's the sports guy, so coming from the expert.
Noted, Q.
Noted, yes, for sure. All right, let's talk about the Winnebago in the news. Hot off the press. Hot off the press. If you didn't get your physical copy, you're missing out. But there's an opportunity. You can go right now or go after this episode and view it. But go for it.
All right, so as he's talking about that, it is available on the Winnebago Tribe's website. And so in the issue that we are coming out of that just hit the stands on November 8th, we had two headliners there. And so one of them that we're going to talk about here is what was mentioned at the start of the show, and that is the Tribal Enrollment Survey for Winnebago Tribal members. So those that are tuned into the live stream currently, this is the red banner across the tribe's page that we were talking about. So if you go directly to the tribes page, you'll see that up top. But also, you'll be able to go into news, see Winnebago Indian News, and that is where you'll be able to see the digital version of the Winnebago Indian News. So this edition was covered with a enrollment article talking about the importance of this, your voice, your identity, your future. We also talked about the Winnebago's first ever Res Cycle drive. And so it was Res Cycle, REZYCLE drive, and that was with
Man, I tell you what, we found something. I did change my life. Laura Lee. Oh my goodness. When's her concert? I mean, like, seriously.
I do
Did you
believe
hear her?
she performs. Oh, definitely. I was front and center.
Oh my goodness, man. She is talented.
Yes.
She
has a
had that,
beautiful voice.
I think they call it a ukulele or
Yep,
something.
yes.
And this, though, she sang an original song.
Yes.
And then what caught my attention, she was singing a cover song. But the original song was amazing.
Yes.
That was really cool, man. We got to get her on, or you know what I mean?
Yep. So then she also has she's on SoundCloud. You could look her up, Laura Lee. But she does have some original songs there, and you can read more about that Res Cycle Drive, also the importance of that survey for Winnebago tribal members regarding enrollment. And so, as well as our masthead, I'll let BKC over here talk about that. Let me bring it in a little.
Yeah, on the masthead, of course, because this issue was dedicated to the veterans, because it was Veterans Day, as was stated before. We have one of our most venerated female ladies in our tribal history, the one and only Mrs. Genevieve Lowry Johnson, of course. And so her story and her photograph are pictured there. She was a veteran of the World War II era.
I read it. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Go and explain, like, what
And
she did.
also, she had a very dynamic presence as also being the first female head of the Legion that was also related to that time. And then she was also honored by many, many years later by Governor Heinemann of the state of Nebraska. And so her entire life was pretty much dedicated to her career of service to the tribe, to the people of the United States, and of course, her being a member of the U.S. military.
And she's Bear Clan.
Yes.
We are going to. I talked to Gayla yesterday about this. We're gonna do. Remember, I talked to you a little bit about it too. We're gonna do a series of a season of 12. We're still kind of hashing out the details and stuff, but that's something upcoming. And they're not gonna be like our podcasts or 30-minute podcasts. They're gonna be more of like, you think of TikTok and reaching the young, the young gentlemen here and stuff, So they're gonna be shorter, but we're gonna try to do like season 1, season 2, season 3. And then each season will have 12 episodes, So one of the people that we should feature is Genevieve.
Oh, absolutely. And to that point, I'm glad you're bringing that up, because when we originally got the information from her family, and of course, Genevieve has passed on, and we thank her family again for allowing us, to use her photograph and tell her story. They also provided an in-depth level of information that can also be turned into a story.
Oh, cool.
So if Gayla's looking into that, I have that still. And,
Okay.
we can still definitely use that because they gave us permission. Genevieve has a story to tell, and it's an amazing one. So if we're able to review that and put it together, that is in itself going to be a very, very well put together thing.
Thank you for that. Also, in the Winnebago in the news, we are going to be talking about turkey distribution for those head of households, tribal members. You don't have to be living on the reservation. You just need to come down here to food distribution. Unfortunately, they don't mail them or send them out and stuff, you know what I mean? But you come on down. It's starting today, Wednesday, November 12th, 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. And that's going to be for our elders.
Yes.
All right. So we didn't want like a lot of people to bombard food distribution. Sometimes they might need help, and especially the elders and stuff. But general distribution is going to be Thursday, November 13th. That's tomorrow, and it's going to start at 9 a.m. until depleted. All right. If you have any questions, it's food@winnebagotribe.com. It's very easy to remember. But like, hey man, I can't get down there. If I send somebody with a note or whatever, you can ask that question.
Yes.
But head of households each get a turkey. We want to say thank you to the food distribution program, and then the Winnebago Tribal Council for providing that. I'm not sure about the SNAP benefits. I don't think Nebraska residents got it. I seen like a news story that they're still kind of, it's in appeals and Supreme Court and all this and that and stuff. So come down, and if you need to get your turkey and stuff, that's something that is very important, that we try to take care of all tribal members for that. So turkey distribution today and tomorrow, folks. What else do we got from the Winnebago in the news, DJ Bethany?
So we also had a feature in there. I'm gonna bring this out. We had a feature in there, and it was from Winnebago Comprehensive Healthcare System, and so wanted to talk about the wellness grant awarded to the Public Health Nursing Department. So you can read about that as well. We also have some of that tribal enrollment committee. There's a notice in there. We talked about the child support notice that was put out to the community. That is also featured in a past episode of Winnebago Talks. You can read about our question of the issue. We all told a story about a veteran that was in our life, or
Right.
the
Yeah, the Winnebago Indy News is also featuring the most recent and updated list of all of the veterans, going back as far as the records were kept and that type of thing. So if you have a relative or you yourself are not on the list, please get a hold of Gordon Rave so that the list can be updated. We are not the keepers of the list. We are simply the entity that prints the list. Gordon keeps the list. So again, if you have a relative that is not on there, or you yourself as a veteran are not on there, please get a hold of him so you can be added, or they can be added, and we can provide that level of awareness.
And then we've been working on communications, a few different things, survey. We're really pretty busy. But Winnebago's, they are doing a hat and mitten drive, a hat and glove donation drive. Okay, so I just wanted to put this out there. November 1st to December 15th, Club Win members may donate a new hat or gloves and receive $10 in promotional play on behalf of the Winnebago's crew over there. And there's drop-off boxes. And so make sure you utilize that. That's a pretty good deal. I'm pretty sure they're like, what, $4 to buy that, and then you get double that money, and you can take that $10 and try to win. What did we try to win there over there at a lot of money? You know what I mean? Like I know you got some stories, and we all got some stories and stuff. Playing the one-armed bandits. What do they call the slot machines? One-armed bandits.
Exactly. And I know you got to get that sound for your one of your pads. Buffalo.
Tatanka. No.
Exactly. Do you ever see the knockoff squirrel moment there? Oh, they're bad. You know, because we're all used to, of course, the main version, Buffalo, and that has happened so many. There's titles been updated and stuff, but like the ones that try to basically copy it are like, nah.
I gotta hear it.
It's really not great, because there's the one that I think it says Stampede
Ooh,
or something like that.
I know what you're talking
Yes.
about now.
And I'm like, oh, is that the Temu version or whatever? So yeah. Anyway, sorry, squirrel.
Okay, we are to the moment where we got some knee slapper moments here and stuff. So let's get into today's knee slapper. Let me try this. Oh, that's the wrong one. Then.
The wrong button was the
Yeah,
wrong sound.
there
Yes.
you go. All right, so you got, while she's pulling that up, that's a horrible laugh. That is a horrible
Reminds me
laugh.
of that from Return of the Jedi, that little thing that sat next to Jabba.
Anyway, so I got that ready for you as we got the turkey one.
We got a few turkey ones. I got
Okay.
some November jokes.
Okay.
Don't cancel us, Turkey Nation and stuff. You know what I mean? But we got a couple ones coming here this week. All right.
Okay, so I'm gonna start with this first one. What happens when potatoes drink too much?
Potatoes?
Yeah.
I don't know. They come mashed?
They're smashed.
Yeah, they get mashed.
Oh,
They get mashed?
Yeah.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got it.
And then we got. Why does this month seem to last forever?
Why?
I don't know if I like this one. Because it's Slowember and we have to wait for turkey and pie. Wah, wah.
there's never a waiting.
I know, I was like all year long.
Well, I had one about pumpkin pie and stuff. You know, like it's actually whipped cream with a side of pumpkin pie. You know, that's how you're supposed to eat them, right?
Exactly. Yes.
The whole mound.
You get the whole vat of Cool Whip, and then you get a wedge of pumpkin pie.
There you go.
It's like chips and salsa, but with pumpkin pie and Cool Whip.
That's what I'm talking about. All right.
Last one.
Okay.
What music did Pilgrims like?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not gonna touch that one. No, I'm just like,
I can't wait to hear.
Plymouth Rock.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, especially with those shoes. Who knows? Yeah. So.
Okay. The rant of the day. You guys ready? Oh, you got one.
I like it.
Ooh, I like that. I do.
We're coming after you.
That's a good one.
We're coming after you. Okay. All right. Okay, so today's rant of the day, folks. I gotta make mention. This is bad, all right? And so, I don't get it. You know, like growing up, you know, we learned about Plymouth Rock and, you know, the first turkey, right?
Right.
Where did Indian Giver, how did that freaking flip? Because, you know what I mean? Like,
Sure.
I remember when I was a young kid and stuff, and they're like, don't be an Indian Giver. And that means, like, for those that don't know, it's like you take something back. You're like, here's a pop. And then you give it back, and then they're like, oh, you're an Indian Giver. I mean, like, how did that flip? Like, where was there a council
sounds
like
like
that?
some projection to me.
Yeah.
it's-
Everybody knows about it, right? Like, it's a horrible thing. Like, we need to say Pilgrim Giver,
Yeah.
right? Is it sorry, Pilgrim Nation, but that's my opinion. Is my rant, right?
And I understand where you're going with it, but the general breakdown from my awareness is that it was always meant to be a slur, in the fact that the dominant society viewed the Indians as, why didn't you just go away? You were supposed to give this to us, but you didn't just go away, and now you want it back. So that.
Okay,
yes.
so thank
And
you
I'm
for
saying it
explaining
very nicely,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah,
Thank you for
so,
explaining it to me,
yeah.
man. But I had an instance last night and stuff, and I'm not gonna talk about it and stuff. If you want to learn more about it, come talk to me or message me or whatever and stuff. But it was a horrible thing that was said last night, and we won't talk about it. But it is Native American History Month. It is a time there's schools doing programming and everything, and that's a start. But at the same time, we still have a lot of ways to go yet, man. And just like, I was flabbergasted. It's a new word for us right there, Bethany. But nonetheless, that was my rant. What you guys got?
You got one?
Yes, I do, and it's very pertinent, and believe it or not, it's actually not related to traffic this time.
Oh, wow.
Although I am going to give the honorable mention to people that sit in the stoplight, turning right, letting the light turn red. That happened to me like 5-8 times this past weekend. Anyway, so my rant is not traffic this time. It's, why is pie in the store so expensive?
Oh, gosh.
Because you can, like, a whole pie is like $15. And if you baked it yourself, it's like $6.
Yeah.
I don't get it. It's like, pumpkin pie should be free. It's like,
You're like, we gotta get our money's worth.
You ever try to make it?
a real pumpkin
Yeah.
pie? No.
I have never done.
No.
No pumpkin pie. I've helped make apple pie.
Have you?
Yeah. And then to that point, it's the pumpkin pie that we're used to today is actually more of a custard, because the real pumpkin pies, I guess, had a lot more of what you scrape out, when
Yeah.
you're making a jack-o'-lantern and stuff. So it's quote-unquote pumpkin pie. But I still love it, so I don't care.
I agree with you, man. Stuff needs to stop being expensive. That's a good rant.
Yeah.
That is a good
Pie
rant.
is one of this, like, holy cow. Anyway.
It's kind of like in that same realm when you go to the grocery store.
Yeah.
And like you're looking and stuff. I don't know. And like, I will be the first to admit I do this, but it's simply because of the fact of this happening. And so this is what happened. You go and you're shopping, and so you're getting eggs, milk, all these little necessities that you need and things. So you open up the egg box to make sure you're not buying some cracked eggs. Well, the one time I forget to do it, there's 4 cracked eggs in there.
Yikes! That is horrible. Yeah. I mean, you get back home and you're just like, I got the wrong thing, or
It was
I
like,
forgot
the one
something.
time I didn't check.
Yes. Or the thing with that, the reason you went in, you didn't
Oh,
get.
yeah.
You got
You get everything but,
else.
yeah.
Oh my God, we forgot that.
Yeah.
And then why is it with the eggs that the styrofoam cartons, they're usually not broken? It's the cardboard ones that they're broken.
Yeah.
Why is that? Because they sell the styrofoam ones like at the DG, and you can open it. I've never found a broken one
Yeah.
ever. But then like the cardboard ones, at the other stores,
Yeah.
that's where they're usually cracked. So.
Interesting.
Specifically, it was those blue ones that you buy at that blue store.
So, are you an egg snob
What is the egg snob?
that you won't eat brown eggs?
Flabbergasted.
No.
There's really no difference. The
I love
shell.
all eggs.
Yeah. So
Huh.
Yeah.
Ain't they supposed to come out that color anyway or something?
there's multiple colors, but see, there's the snobbery of it. It's like, oh, it's not.
Really?
Yeah.
With
so.
ASMR, there's this girl that does mukbangs. She did a ostrich egg.
That isn't crazy. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
she ate it.
Jeez. I remember one Fear Factor, they had to drink that once. It's like how, not just the fact of it being a raw yolk, but the volume. It's like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh.
How about powdered eggs?
Oh, throwback.
No, thank you. No. Me and
I
Sharon
ate enough
Teed
of
have
those from
had
back
multiple debates on this because she loved them, and I was just like, no.
Yeah, childhood highlight.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
child
I mean,
horror.
it was in the commodities. You know,
Yes.
commods.
And I love those old commod emblems, like the images, because it's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
eggs, beef,
Yeah.
whatever. I love those.
They didn't have a
Those.
graphic design department back in those
Exactly.
days. You know,
Yes,
just
I love it.
stamp basically.
Because nowadays it's just straight up groceries, but whatever. So.
Uh-oh. It is time for the answer is.
All right.
Let's go.
All right, guys. So, of course, we had a tie last time around. And do you guys have anything to write with? Anything at all? Just a pen and something to write on? I see there's
There's a pen.
anything. Is there like a Post-it pad? I don't
You
care
want-
what it's on. Okay.
Okay.
So, what we're going to do this time, because we're both in the same room, and this will allow you guys to answer at the same time.
Okay, I got you. No,
so
that's good.
you're
Good.
basically just going to write it down.
Lock in your answer.
Yes.
It's like Jeopardy.
Yes, and then you'll show us, and of course, we'll take the integrity of the
You
camera.
get that Jeopardy sound effect.
All right. Question number 1. Are we
All
ready?
right, here we go.
All right. The answer B, this being Milt. We still need to figure that out, guys. Question number 1. Last night, the aurora borealis decorated the night sky in hues of red, green, and white. In the northern hemisphere, it is called the aurora borealis. What is the phenomenon called in the southern hemisphere? Do you know it outright, or do you want the multiple choice?
Multiple.
Multiple.
Is it A, aurora borealis, B, aurora australis, C, aurora antarcticus, D, the aurora does not occur in the southern hemisphere?
Oh,
So want me to say them again?
yeah.
Is it A, aurora borealis, B, aurora australis, C, aurora antarcticus, D, the aurora does not occur in the southern hemisphere?
Locking our answers.
Lock in your answers. You
All
got
right,
it written
I wrote
down?
mine down.
I wrote mine down.
And
Okay.
Go ahead and reveal.
I put D.
I put D.
The D, you're both incorrect.
Oh.
It is B, aurora australis. Yes, the aurora occurs on both
nabbit.
hemispheres. Okay, so 0-0. Question number 2. In Norse mythology, the aurora is believed to be the reflection of the Valkyries' armor. What major sports team mascot is the Valkyries? Do you know it outright, or do you need multiple choice?
I need multiple choice.
Okay.
Wait, let me see here. Okay, so one more time.
In Norse mythology,
Yeah.
the aurora is believed to be the reflection of the Valkyries' armor. What major sports team mascot is the Valkyries?
I'm gonna go with WNBA. I'm just gonna try to guess it outright.
Okay, we're going.
Major sports team, right?
Yep.
Okay, I'll put WNBA.
Okay.
You need the multiple
I
choice?
need the multiple
All right, go
choice.
for it.
Is it WNBA Minneapolis, WNBA Golden State, National Women's Soccer League Toronto, Professional Volleyball Federation Chicago?
Oh, so can I revise now?
Yes.
Can I read
What,
that?
you said-
Yes, you can.
What major sports team?
Yes.
I'm gonna go with Golden State.
Okay, so that is.
No.
You got to write it down.
Okay.
Make your
All
choice
right,
on
all
the
right,
page.
I got you.
So are the Valkyries a WNBA Minneapolis, WNBA Golden State, National Women's Soccer League Toronto, Professional Volleyball Federation Chicago, the Valkyries? Which one? You got your answer, Bethany?
Yeah.
Okay.
D.
You ready, guaranteed?
C.
So C then?
Yeah.
C, and then Bethany is D. Both incorrect. Golden State.
It's just stuck
You
with
should've
your first.
Yeah, I
stayed
know,
with it,
right?
yes.
Dang.
Okay, 0-0 still. Question number 3 then.
Come on, audience, help
There's
me out
multiple
here.
choice for all these, by the way, okay? Question number 3. Who was Elizabeth Cady Stanton? Today is her birthday. Multiple choice if you need it.
Shoot, birthday queen.
Auntie Katie,
Yes. Who was Elizabeth Cady Stanton?
Elizabeth Katie Stanton.
Yes. Who was she? Multiple choice if you need it.
She was a NBC news anchor. I
thought
don't
you
know.
were going to say WNBA. She was a Valkyrie. No,
Yeah,
she was
look at
not a
you.
Valkyrie, so I gave you a hint right there.
Wait. Which I'm just gonna throw my guess out there, see if I'm right and stuff. But she was an astronomer. But
Okay.
I'm needing multiple choice.
Yeah,
Okay.
me too.
Okay, A. Was she a pioneer for the women's suffrage movement in the United States? Was she B. Founder of the American Red Cross? C. The first wife of Abraham Lincoln? D. The first woman to become a verified billionaire?
Yikes! What is the day? I know you like try to theme them out and stuff. We had the thing last night. And it's her birthday, so
Elizabeth
best
Cady
day ever.
Stanton. Today is her birthday. So was she a pioneer for women's suffrage in the United States? Was she a founder of the American Red Cross? Was she the first wife of Abraham Lincoln? Or was she the first woman to become a verified billionaire?
1, 2, 3.
B.
B.
B, the founder of American Red Cross? No, that was Clara Barton. She was a pioneer for women's suffrage in the United States. Letter A.
Letter A.
Yes, letter A. So you're both incorrect. Yes, remember Clara Barton was one of the main founders for the American Red Cross. Okay. Question number 4 then. See who gets on the board first.
Oh, we're shooting horrible today, Bethany. Come on, we can get it. We can do this.
On the most recent issue of the Winnebago Indian News masthead, Genevieve Lowry Johnson is pictured as she is a significant figure in tribal history as a woman veteran. To what branch of the armed forces did she belong? Multiple choice if you need it.
Air Force.
Army.
Army? And the answer is, and the multiple choices were Army, Navy, Air Force, Coast Guard. She was a veteran of the U.S. Navy.
Oh, damn.
Yes. All right. 0-0, guys. Okay, question number 5 then. Also born on this day is Olympic gymnast Nadia Comaneci. She is the first woman to be awarded a perfect 10 in an Olympic event, happening in 1976. Where were those games held?
1976.
1976, Nadia Comaneci. She eventually won, oh nice, perfect
Yikes.
10s
Wow.
as a gymnast. Where were they held? Multiple choice if you need it.
We wasn't even thought of.
I wasn't even a twinkle in my mom's eye
Yeah,
yet.
yeah, no kidding.
Yes, multiple choice if
Yeah,
you need it.
I'll take one.
Okay. Was it A, Montreal, B, Paris, C, Budapest, D, Cairo?
Oh, man.
Where were the
Okay,
1976 Summer Olympics
am-
held?
I got my answer. You got your answer?
Montreal, Paris, Budapest, Cairo. Where was it held?
I got mine
Okay.
answer.
1, 2, 3.
A.
B.
A and what?
B.
B? And the correct answer is Montreal. A.
Yo,
Yes.
my goodness, you beat me. You
Yes.
She got it?
1-0, yeah.
1-0, man.
Because yeah, the tie question was, from which country did Nadia Comaneci represent? That was the tie score. So,
Wow.
and it was Romania, Czechoslovakia, Albania, Yugoslavia. Where was Nadia Comaneci from?
B.
Romania.
She was from Romania. Yes.
Oh, I would have got it. All right. But congratulations. I suppose you could win
I
today.
know, I think you just let me win because it's my
And then we
birthday.
even had a third one on there is, do all the other planets experience an aurora?
No.
No?
Yes.
Yes or no? The answer is no.
Oh,
Yes.
I was hopeful.
So one of the other planets does not. Which one is it?
Does not experience
Does
an
not.
aurora.
All of the others except this one planet.
I'm gonna say Mercury.
Mercury.
I'm gonna say the first one. What is it?
There was no multiple choice. You
Oh.
just had to know it.
Venus.
Venus and Mercury was correct. Mercury's proximity to the sun doesn't allow it to have
I was
a
like, it's
atmosphere.
scorching.
Oh dang!
So therefore the aurora cannot occur. So
Wow.
I like it though.
yeah.
The more you know.
Yeah, did you know on the sun side of Mercury it reaches temperatures over 800 degrees Fahrenheit, and on the sunset side, on the dark side, it's negative 275.
Jeez.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yes. So the rock is essentially being baked on one side and frozen to death on the other.
No kidding.
Kind of like frozen pizza pockets. No.
Was it so tough to eat? I agree with you on that
It's
one,
like
man.
truly some yin and yang.
Yes, do you
Yeah.
like how I tied these things together?
Love it,
Yes.
yes.
We went from Mercury and the Aurora to frozen pizza pockets.
That's awesome.
Is
Okay,
it
folks.
lunchtime? No, it's-
Yeah. We got to get DJ Bethany to make sure she enjoys her birthday here today. So again, happy birthday to our
Thank
very
you.
own win editor,
Snaps for
Yeah,
DJ
for sure.
Bethany.
Thank you to those boys that came in, and gentlemen, we really appreciate you again. Shout out to you guys for rocking your braids. 365. I know it takes years to get a braid like that, so good job, and appreciate Bree bringing her boys in to share their experience, and Ho-Chunk Renaissance for allowing us to celebrate this movement of Rock Your Mocks. WTN, Rock Your Mocks. I want to give a shout out to Gayla. She did an amazing job on the poster, and then also the reel that she created on behalf of kind of explaining behind that movement and stuff. Shout out to all the artisans that do our beadwork, that create the works, the earrings to the medallions to whatever it may be. Don't forget tomorrow, make sure you rock your ribbon shirt and your wajé, your dress, your ribbon skirt, whatever it may be. And then Friday is Rock Your Mocks once again. That's mine. What do you guys got? You guys got anything?
I do. I want to give 2 shout outs. I want to give a first shout out to my birthday twin, my sister-in-law, Aaliyah Redhorn. It's my brother Bronson's wife. She has the same birthday as me. And so happy birthday to her. And then also I have another birthday twin that was just born today, this morning in the early hours. My niece, Dania Earth. That's my cousin Mallory's daughter. She had her little girl and she named her Danielle Joy. And so she'll be celebrating her birthday with me, and just wanted to send her a congratulatory and welcome to the world to baby Danielle.
Nice. Good shout out. Yes, for sure.
My shout outs are going to be to all of the brave men and women. We celebrated Veterans Day yesterday. Thank you for your service. And
Yes.
of course, all of us that listed the experiences of veterans in our own lives. The few people that I was able to mention, because I could just go on and on and on and on and on about them. But thank you guys so much for that. And then the final shout out in that, what you guys were talking about today, to all the parents that allow their children to wear their hair long in braids. Remember, you do so because so many other generations had to cut their hair and deny who they were. Wear that. Wear it.
For sure. You guys have a good rest of your day. Be good to one another. Be good to yourself.
Yes.
We are the Big Voice Radio, KWTN, broadcasting out of Allen, Nebraska, the official radio station of the Winnebago tribe. Hi, so.
Hi, so.